February hath 29 days. This be a love letter for a present, and when she is catched, what shall I do with her? God knows, for 'tis safe to say, I do not, and what we know not is our only proof of him. My love, she is an old girl, out of fashion, bugles at the bosom, and there down a much-thumbed mystery and amaze. She doth jangle with last year's attentions, she is melted with death's fire. Then what shall I for her that hath never been accomplished? It is a very parcel of perplexities. Shall one stumble on a nuance that 20 centuries have not pounced upon, yea, worried and made a kill of? Hath not her hair of old been braided with the stars, her shin half circled by the moon? Hath she not been turned always, that the sands of her desire know all runnings? Who can make a new path where there be no wilderness? In the salt earth lie parcels of lost perfection. Surely I shall not loosen her straps a new way. Love hath been too long a time. Will she unpack her panels for such a stale receipt? Pour out her treasures for a coin worn thin? Yet to renounce her were a thing as old, and saying go, but shuts the door that hath banged a million years. O Zeus, O Diane, O Hellebore, O Absalom, O Pickery Right, what shall I do with it? To have been the first that alone would have gifted me. As it is, shall I not pour ashes upon my head, gird me in sackcloth, covering my nothing and despair, under a mountain of cinders, and thus become a monument to no ability for her sake? Verily I shall place me before her door, and when she cometh forth, I shall think she has left her feet inward upon the sill, and when she enters in, I shall dream her hands be yet outward upon the door, for therein is no way for me, and fancy is my only craft. Saints' days. These are the days on which Dame Musset was sainted, and for these things. January. When new whelped, she was found to have missed by an inch. February. When but 5, she lamented mid-prayers that the girls in the Bible were both earth-hushed and Jew-touched forever and ever. March. When 9, she learned how the need termed housemaids is come by. When the slavey was bedridden at the turn of the scullery and needed a kneeling to. April. When fast on 15, she hushed a near bride with the left flounce of her ruffle, that her father in sleeping might not know of the O. May. When sweet 21 preyed upon her past bearing, she went to the cockpit and crowed with the best, and at the full of the moon, in gaiters and gloves, mooed with the herd her heels with their hoofs, and in the wet dingle hooted for hoot with the quail on the spinney, calling for bride's wing and a feather to flock with. June. When well 30, She, like all men before her, made a harlot of a good woman by making her mistress. July. When 40, she bade up a tree whose leaves had no turning and whose name was Florella. August. When 50 odd and a day, she came upon that wind that is labeled the second. September. When 60 some, she came to no good as well as another. October. When 60 was no longer a lodger of hers, she bought a pair of extra far off and ultra near to opera glasses and carried them always in a sack by her side. November. When 88, she said, "It's a hook, girl, not a button. You should know your dress better." December. When, just before her last breath, she ordered a pasty and let a friend eat it, renouncing the world and its pitfalls like all saints before her, when she had no longer room for them.